welcome back to the YouTube channel. Of course, I am out on my CB125F. I'm just resetting my trip meter. Now, if we look down here, I've done almost 1,300 kilometres since repairing the damaged cylinder head. And I'm still waiting on those parts on order from Honda, but I'm actually on my way down to Warragul today to pick up a fuel injector for the current model, the 2026 model CB125F, because it is different to this older model. So that's the CB125F with the TFT screen. That's the easiest way to tell them apart. And we are actually sending that one over to Reggie at Umanashi in Thailand, so that he can figure out a solution for people who want to be able to drop the older spark plugs in. Not spark plugs, sorry, for people who want to drop the older fuel injectors in. Incidentally, when I changed this bike to the Umanashi fuel injector, I had to use the O-rings from the stock injector to make it seal. But I thought rather than just leave from home today, or rather than just start recording from home today, I thought I'd come to the duck pond and check to make sure my side stand switch is working. This is the Morwell Duck Pond, or Kernet Lake. And it's not a big reserve. Nor is it particularly interesting to ride around. It's just a driveway, but I did not want to waste 15 minutes of GoPro battery going from home to the petrol station. So I thought I'd wait and set it up from here instead. So we'll do a quick loop around the duck pond. This is also where Gips TAFE is. The TAFE obviously being the buildings behind the duck pond there. It's an alright place to walk around, but it's not particularly convenient, because I don't know if you can tell or not, but because of the TAFE, the parking availability here is not great, especially not if you just want to take the kids to the playground up here. Now, there is actually a water feature in there. There's a little fountain that spurts up out of the lake. It's never on, like it's never ever actually running. I've been out here for 12 years now, and I think I've only ever seen it once. But no, we're not going to stop and feed the duckies today, because I need to get down onto the freeway and start my ride down to Warragul. Now, last time I rode, I wasn't recording. I was coming home at night in the rain, and the engine was really starting to cough and splutter. But I suspect the spark plug was a bit loose. That's what it felt like. It was only at extremely high RPM, and the engine would cough and splutter. And once I backed off the throttle, it was fine again. And when I was able to pull over and check, well, I gave it a bit of a nip up, and I haven't seen the same kind of like bogging and cutting out, misfiring since. So even though I'm not doing anything particularly exciting today, I thought I'd better put the GoPro on and see if I can catch anything like that happening again. visibly it doesn't seem from the outside of the engine that the silicone head gasket's blown out, but you can never tell what's going on until you open it up anyway. So Honda tells me that there's a month's wait still for my cylinder head replacement, which I don't mind waiting for, but I want to get this fuel injector on its way to Reggie as soon as possible. I'm getting some buffeting from this motorhome up ahead. The engine doesn't seem like it's having any trouble today. We're going uphill maintaining a steady 100 k's an hour. Granted that it wasn't a big uphill, but an uphill nonetheless. But I'm not even going to try for the overtake because I suspect that the main reason I'm able to maintain speed is because of the draft I'm catching. And also, whatever I can manage on this stretch of the freeway, I've got that long, slow climb up towards your lawn north, which I'll be lucky if I'm doing 90 k's by the top of that. Alright, I think we might try for the overtake. We'll see if we can catch a draft from this car for a little while. It might seem counterintuitive to sit behind a truck having just overtaken a motorhome, but I mainly just wanted to see how the engine was doing under extreme load, and we hit 110, no worries. But of course we do have the big long uphill, and even if I manage to overtake this truck now, I'll just be holding it up again by the top of the hill. And at least this way, just like it was with the motorhome, I'm catching a nice comfortable draft, which is helping me keep up in the first place. Had a really good run coming down the hill. Now we're climbing past Maui again. We're doing 95 k's an hour. Also, I lost the draft from the big truck in front. It really does make a considerable difference.